Hello? Aha, there, here we are. Yes? Okay. This is my first live. Well, from the computer, I think I tried to make some live streaming before. Okay. Okay. Yes, only subscribers. Okay. Okay. Comensals and Chocofils. This is Elvia. I didn't have much time to promote this live, but I want to make it just as it was programmed. So today we are talking about Germany and the things I didn't like. Well, if you are new, uh, my name is Elvia Jimenez. I am from Pisco, Peru, and I've been traveling in these last 2 years. And one around one my country, and I was living in Crete for 1 year. In this time, I was very often in Germany because my partner was German. And well, I came back here last time in August. My relationship finished. I was very sad for that, and first, and second because I had already made plans in Europe. So in this last year, I've been here for more than a year now. I was just publishing in my social media in Instagram and Facebook, but I had so much material from Europe, from Crete, that I've been publishing for publishing about Crete for about this last year, for all this last year. But now I want to work again in my channel. I also start a small business. So I wanted to start sharing with you my experiences. Okay, so I'm still not sure how to use this, but let's go in order. I already talked a little bit about myself, so we're going to talk mainly about Germany. Yes, here I have my notes. This is professional. We have a production here. So, yes. So, let's start. Uh, I live in Crete for about 1 year, and my partner was German, and most of his friends were German too. When we met, he was already living in Greece for more than 5 years. I think he got a house there. So when we met, as any other couples, I mean, our idea was to stay together for a long time, and I knew I was going to live in Crete, but we were very often in Germany. Sometimes we stay there days or weeks. And we also like to do shopping there because I mean he was used to that. I mean he was a widower, and when he had a wife, they actually construct the house. I mean they bought empty land, so they made a house. They were very often in Germany, and they bought many things locally, but also, I mean, they have a car, so they usually went driving a lot to Germany. They went by ferry, they fly, they went by car, but always bring things to Crete. I mean, things they like for the house, some furniture, many things. So he didn't lose that custom, and it was good for me. I mean, one of our trips was like that. I mean, we got things from Germany to take them to Crete. So, okay, we are. I already give you some introduction. So this is why I living with a German, having Germans around, and spending weeks in Germany actually motivate me to be more curious about this nice country. I visit some cities. I could say I kind of understand the German culture. And actually, I got my resident permit in Crete. It's there, I will show you. But my long-term plans were to get a residence in Germany. And this is why I was very interested in visiting cities, in trying to meet people, to learn the language. Germany, it's a very nice country, very organized. How can I say it? It's the kind of country where things work. Yeah, even if it's not perfect, especially if you are Latino, Latina, like me, you will find it a very good place to make a life there or to live forever. In my case, I was even thinking of spend there my retirement. Even in Crete, it sounds crazy, but the health system in Germany is good. So it's a long story. You will understand. I will give you more details maybe in the future. So Germany is the kind of country that where you would like to make a life, to live, to work, or spend just your retirement or the rest of your life. Okay, so if you read the descriptions, you're going to say, I just want to focus on the things that you don't like because nothing in the world is perfect. So, what we foreigners don't like about Germany is usually the weather, bureaucracy, and the language. Yes, we have to speak it, to adapt to it. And also, can mention a few details about the food. And well, let's start. Yeah. Number one, the weather. Well, as Latina, I am from Peru, and the weather in my country is not exactly very tropical, right? Maybe not in some countries like in Central America or even Ecuador or Colombia. We have an area of forest, but anyway, I'm not used to rainy. I'm not used to snow. So for a Latino person or someone who grew up in a hot area, it was difficult. I mean, the weather is the kind of sense that you probably will be very difficult for you to adapt. And well, I have some notes here for you. The winter in Germany, the average temperature is 0 to 3 Celsius degrees, and the summer is 18 to 25. And I have to say, 10 or 15 years ago, when I start my life in Lima, weather there's is very humid. So for me, 12 degrees, 13 degrees were freezing. I mean, what is that? No, I mean, it was just not human for me, right? 12, 13 degrees, 14, 15, it was, I don't know. It was like Santa Claus weather for me. 13 degrees. Now you imagine rainy, imagine snow, right? I would tell you in my winters, I mean, I just, my jobs in Lima, some of them require me to walk to visit clients. So I always use comfortable shoes and never use high heels or boots, even if they are very nice or something, because I need to walk. So I prefer to use loafers, is the name they give it, loafers or moccasins. These were my shoes, even my winter shoes. So when I went to Germany, different seasons, I just took the shoes I had. And my partner looked at me and say, "Oh, you have summer shoes." And I think this is not summer shoes, this is shoes. I mean, we don't use shoes in summer. We use sandals. It's so hot. But then I understood the differences. I mean, for them, my shoes were summer shoes, right? My loafers or moccasins then. And when I was there in winter, and I have to make, of course, shopping, I have to buy real winter shoes that I have here and I haven't used. And also, and I think about the weather is that I discovered the four seasons. I mean, for me, weather was always summer, winter. That's it. right? And then I saw like jackets or blouses or pants that I say, what is that? This is too hot for summer. This is not for winter. What is that? I don't understand. And then I discovered that you need them for summer, for spring, even from autumn. So and then I discovered and started using winter clothes, real winter clothes. So and well, when I was there in winter in Germany, I think it was in 2021. Was still the problem with the pandemic, with Corona, as they say. So and I was also so tired. We traveled so much here that when I was in Germany, I just wanted to rest. We didn't went to the Christmas markets, and it's a pity. I mean, I know they are probably the nicest things to see and do in winter. I hope I can do it in the future. So maybe you can let me know if you've been in the Christmas markets. Maybe you live close. You can recommend me something. Yeah, yeah. I hope I can go in the future. And I also remember some cookies, typical from Dusseldorf, that I just discovered when I was back here at home. Anyway, so about the weather, it's that. I mean, I discovered the seasons. I discovered winter, spring, winter clothes, and something that is also not nice besides the rainy and the snow uh, is the sun. I mean that you don't have really much sun hours, or you don't see the sun, the yellow. This, I mean, here in my city we say that this is kind of a cheating sun, right? That a lying sun. No, but you don't even see that in Germany sometimes, or in many places in Europe. But there is, even so, I mean, now with the climate crisis, it's warmer and warmer, so it's not so terrible as it used to be. Actually, it's a problem, right? Because, I mean, we are in a climate crisis, and this is not good, actually. That is not so, that the winters are not so strong as they used to be. But even so, why we like so much Germany? Probably doesn't have cities as cold as it's not as winter as in Russia or in the Nordic countries. So it's still a place where you can live. Some other thing about the weather, the clothes, the shoes, the rainy, the snow. Just one more thing. Uh, no, the Germans are very used to it. Besides the phrases, we are not made of sugar, and what else? I mean, there is no bad weather, there is bad clothes and inappropriate clothes. Besides that, I mean, they are just they are just used to it. I mean, we when we were in Germany, well, my partner have lived in the same area for 20 years or something, so he had some friends in the neighborhood, and I remember it was winter, and we have to have dinner in a restaurant with some friends of the neighborhood, and the restaurant was very close. It was like 10 blocks away or something. We usually went walking in spring or summer, but now it was very cold. I don't remember if it was rainy or some snow. It was very, very cold, probably 0 degrees. I don't know. And but my partner knew that it was that this is not my weather. So uh, we saw the weather. We have to have dinner, and he said, "Oh, it's cold. We can go with the car." And I say, "Yes, sure." Then I put all my winter clothes, coats, even gloves. Even if it was just some minions, I think I put my gloves and everything. And our neighbor and friend was coming home for us. I think we were going with her, right? And punctual German. He was like some minutes before. She knocked at the door. She was with her umbrella. She said, "Oh, hello." She said, "We can walk." I look at her, and we told her, "No, no, we cannot walk. I mean, we need to go to the cars to call for me." "Are you sure?" She said, because It was pretty normal for her. I mean, I think she wanted to go walking or in a bicycle or whatever, right? But no, I mean, I couldn't do that. But it's their weather, right? Anyway, and for number two, the bureaucracy. As I was saying, here's my. I show you. I got my papers, my resident permit and document in Greece, so I didn't have to make papers or ask for any documentation in Germany. But I mean, I had a problem in the airport. When I mean, first I was as a tourist, less than 3 months, you don't need anything. Then they give you a temporary permission. I make a little copy for you. Yeah, it's something like this, but this is the half. So it's all in Greece. Yeah, it's all in Greece. You can have this for some months, and then you got your permit. But I don't know if it's a working or studying visa. But in my case, I got this first, and then they give you your resident permit. Then you are a legal resident and you can go travel wherever you want because you have a European document. But before that is the Greece internal document. So for me these papers, I got my resident card very fast. Before I've got this, but my partner had a lawyer who usually make all documentation for him for the house. So he knew her, our lawyer, and she made documents for me. Um, Once we need to go to Germany, but I only had this, right? And, I traveled many times. So after I have the problem in the airport, he confessed to me. Oh, yeah, before we travel, I talked to. He called many people there. Unfortunately they were all Europeans, so they have less problems than me. Europeans don't need this, I think. They only got small carnet and that's it. Anyway, but he talked to many people, many neighbors, many friends, and also to a lawyer. And he confessed. The lawyer told him this the document she got is a temporary permission. She cannot go out of the Greece territory with this. She need to wait until she have her car. But he didn't like to travel alone, and I was very lucky in the pandemic. In the pandemic, I never have problems, serious problems. He was always with me, so I think he forgot he's German, and we were going to Germany, and this is what happened. Uh, we were traveling in April, I think the 10th, and our flight was about 6 a.m. So we have to be in the airport 6 a.m. So we have to wake up 5 a.m. And we live like 1 hour and a half from the airport, from the Crete airport of Iraklion. And he said, no, I mean, we don't need to wake up 4 a.m. I mean, and I haven't visited archaeological site in Iraklion, the museum. And he said, oh, but maybe this is a good time for you. So we can have a nice day in Iraklion. You can visit the museum, we can take nice business pictures, we go have a nice lunch or dinner, and then we go to sleep early, and then we wake up for the flight. And this is what we did. So one day before, I think publication, I make, we went to the archaeological site, and I made a publication about Tigaterra. We traveled in April, but I couldn't publish it. I have so much material. We were in April. We went to Tigaterra in April, and I published in October 21, 22. I'm talking. Here it is. So you go and check my publication. I don't know if you could see it in the proper order. Tigaterra, October 29, 2022. We had a great day. This is the publishing, but we were in April. It's a very nice restaurant in Iraklion. So we had an amazing day. I took some nice pictures. And we wake up. I mean, we went to bed early. We wake up 4, 5, then we were at the airport, 6 a.m. Everything was okay. And we took the flight at around 8 a.m. I think so, yes. Yes, and we have 2 hours waiting. I have a big breakfast. I had a big breakfast as usual. So, and I also remember, I mean, we took a tourist flight from Crete to, I think it was to Dusseldorf. Yeah. And they usually give you a sandwich or something. And I saw the hostess that she was giving this. And I told my partner, no, I mean, we have breakfast. I don't want anything. And he said, no, have it because we have to drive and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll take it. Then she came, we took our sandwiches and to save it. I mean, he said for the way. He was already thinking like Latino, right? And then we arrived to Dusseldorf Airport. I think it was, yes. And we came from Crete, and we start leaving the we leave the plane. Then we start walking in the airport, and an officer saw me, Latina face. Uh, Good morning. Can I see your passport? Sure, Peruvian passport. Do you have any other documents? Yes. Okay. Then I went with him and I showed him my Greek permission. Right. And then we had a problem. And the officer first talked to my partner in German. And the officer said, I cannot go into the German territory with this Greek document. I need a European document. Right. And okay, then I think I didn't understood much German at that time, but I could see my partner's face. And then, then he explains this to me in English, right? And she said, you have two options. This is a great document. So, uh, two options. You get back to Greece immediately, right now. You cannot get into the German territory. Or second options, your partner explained me, you are here, you need to do a few things, you need to stay here 2 weeks. Okay, we're going to keep your passport. You stay here 1, 2 weeks, then you come back for your passport and you have to leave the German territory. Okay. And I say, okay, then it's fine. I was so sleepy and tired. I mean, I didn't, I was not afraid of anything. But they make us wait. I think we wait like 2, 3 hours. I mean, for my partner was terrible. I'm Latina, I can wait 3 hours. But for him, every minute was terrible. And then okay, I understood the passport thing. I first we wait outside. I mean, in the common areas of the airport. I went to the one of these counters and I talked to one of the first people there, and I asked her, yeah, they explained me I cannot leave. Can I leave? Can I just leave my passport and came back? For me, it was so easy. And she said, no, you cannot just leave your passport. And you need to go inside, talk to immigration people. They're going to make you questions. They're going to take you pictures and things. And you need to register to make a declaration. Okay. And then we have to wait, I don't know, half an hour. Then we went inside, wait another 1 hour or something. My partner felt terrible. First, I mean, they took my fingerprints. Yep, my 10 fingerprints. They took pictures of me, 5 pictures of me. One front, then 45 to the right, 45 to the left, and 90. Then 45. They also took this picture in 45 degrees. So they have 5 pictures, 5 different angles, so I could not escape. there was there was not going to be place in Europe where they could not recognize my face. No, then I understood, right? So you have 5 different angles of my face, right? You have my 10 footprint, Fingerprints. You want my footprints too? I can show you. Yeah, then I understood. The common officer, he asked me, do you want us to ask for a translator? No, no, it's not necessary. I speak English. I can talk to you. Okay, then he started making questions, and it was so long. My partner felt very bad. I mean, and then we also have to wait. Ah, it was terrible for him. And now remember the sandwich we took at the flight. Then we have waiting and waiting and waiting. I even made pictures. Yeah, remember? This is the pictures of Agapito Chocolata you see in my Instagram. Here. Yes. You can see these goods. I took this in the airport. This was the seat of the immigration office. I feel I was taking pictures in jail. I published them. You can see them in my Instagram on August 25 this year. I could only publish it this year, but it was last year. So I made this. I took picture of this, all my chocolates, and then it was 2 p.m., 3 p.m. It was lunchtime, right? And I think, oh, I have to eat. Then I see it. Then I wash my hands or something, and I see it, and I start eating. My partner had a face. You have to see him. I start eating, and I say, "Do you want to eat? How could you eat?" He said, and then I continue eating. Then I eat half my sandwich, and I say, "Eat. You're going to feel better." Okay, I will eat it. He said, and he started eating with me like two criminals in jail, right? But I think this is my contribution to the world. I mean, if you feel terrible, no, this lunchtime, I don't care what is going on. We have to eat. I mean, Latino people, we have to eat on time. And it was a terrible experience for him, but not for me actually. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. I mean, if the German says you need European documents or a visa, you need a visa, right? You don't want to face. And they were very nice actually, and the officer was very reasonable. They give me this permission. And one more thing before I forget. Uh, Before we went to the immigration office, I mean, they explained me you have to leave your passport. And I talked to another officer and I asked him, we are here because my partner needs to go to the doctor and our car is here. We need to get back driving to Greece. And I mean, can I go back for my passport and then we go and then we leave? And he said, no, 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 no. You have to come back here. You take your passport and we have to see you. We have to see you're going to Crete. You take a flight to Crete. If we give you the passport and you just go in the car, you can go anywhere, right? And he was right. I mean, why if I am a crazy psycho and then I put a bomb, I don't know, in Berlin or whatever, right? I mean, who left me free? The Germans, right? So they are just doing their job, right? And I say, okay, I came back, and then you have to see me going to Crete, and I'm not going to put a bomb in the parliament, the German parliament. And well, that's it. Okay, so just to finish, what we don't like, what is difficult for foreigners is the German language. Actually, since I started my relationship, I was trying to learn German. Even when we were traveling, I just took my phone and start learning some words and nouns, pronouns. And we were together 2 years. And in the last months, actually, I start studying by myself. I find some good YouTube channels. I have the names here. One is called Learn German. It has the three colors of the German flag. The other good channels are Your German Teacher. I also was listening to Deutsche Welle series. Uh, they have some material too, and I also have another one, but probably I will mention it later. And now I'm taking classes, online classes. So we were together 2 years, and in the before I came, I was studying with these channels, writing, reading. I really wanted to learn. As I say, my plans were to stay in Germany in the future after, at some point. And well, I was studying by myself, and I asked him, um, in winter, I want to spend winter in Germany so I can go classes. I can go to normal classes. We can spend the winter in Germany, and then we get back to Crete in summer or in spring. This these were my plans. But then, I mean, well, we have a, how could you say, our last couple crisis, and we finished our relationship, and it was not possible. But these were my plans. And but there's nothing bad I could say. I mean, I couldn't be making this video if I couldn't have beautiful memories of Germany and the Germans. There is a. I used to watch Will and Grace, and there is a character that in some chapter she said, she talked about the Jewish. You know, there is a lot of Jewish people in the States. So once she say, "Oh, I love the Jewish. I married three of them," and now I think I'm going to say, "Oh, I love the German. I married three of them." Right. So I already have my first German partner. I don't know if I will ever have another one, but I can. So I hope this been useful for you. Whether bureaucracy and the language might be not the nicest things for Germany, but you want to live abroad, you have to put all your thinking or your love and energy to make your plans become true. And last things. Oh, we've been talking for 40 minutes. Thank you for joining. And well, about the food in Germany, well, I am a food journalist. I was writing mainly about my trips in Peru and in Europe. I think I just dedicate my time to good German chocolate. That it had. It was what I had time to do. But what I've heard is that um, good sense is that you find variety. I mean, uh, Occidental cultures develop rich culture or countries. I mean, they spend all the time working, so they are not the kind of culture like Mediterranean or Latino when people or women spend hours cooking. They cannot do that in their culture, in their lifestyle. But they adopt Mediterranean food, Latino food. So you can find Italian food, Greek food. They also like Turkish, some vegan food too, Asian food. My partner like a lot Asian food, Thai food. So good thing is that you can find variety. About local German food, I've heard that probably it's not so sophisticated. There is modern restaurant who use traditional German recipes of food to make it with a modern touch, and but this is this with a modern touch, and I don't know what's the exact word in English. Anyway, so but the typical local food can be high calories of any other food, and but also has a lot of meat. So this is why I didn't went after that. I mean, I'm not vegan. I'm not trying to become vegetarian or vegan, but I am an environmental activist. So I try to eat less meat. So this is why I didn't went after local German food. But one thing that I can say is not good is that maybe because of the weather, that I mean in the average normal supermarket, I mean close to my house was Erika, any normal popular supermarkets in Germany. What is not good is that fruit and vegetables are expensive. I've also know it happens. It is the same in other countries, even in the States. I mean, Especially, I mean, fruit, vegetables expensive. If they are organic, fruit and vegetable even more expensive. So this is a problem in Germany and I guess in other countries in the world. I wanted to look for you for what is the name? Star fruit. Star fruit here we prepare it for drinks. And oh, in a German supermarket I saw star fruits, just a few ones, and one of them were ready, rip. And I say, oh, so nice, star fruits. And they remind me home. So we can get it star fruits. So and they were just a little. So I picked three, the three the more yellow, the rip, just only three. I took three star fruits. Then we went to pay, and then the cashier, I mean, she took it. Star fruit is €4. Do you want it? and and I €4 for a star fruit. I mean, I think here is €4 the kilo. Anyway, so my partner, I saw he was going to look at me or something, but she said that €4. Do you want it? And he said yes, yes. And then we buy the three star fruits, and it was the most expensive star fruits in the world, right? Well, this is what is not good about these cold, not tropical countries. I should make a special about German chocolate or my food travel. So thank you for joining. I will try to make this every week. I made this in English because many foreigners living in Germany, and also for myself because it's good for me to speak in English. More people can understand. I have traveled. I want to keep traveling in the future. I hope. And but I think some transmission will have to be in Spanish too. I have to make a plan. Next transmission is going to be a book. It's going to be about a book that I already mentioned. It's called I don't know what's the name in English. This is in Italian. La fisiologia del gusto. I can see, yeah, you can see the author there. Brilliant. I don't know how to pronounce it. Antelm, Antel Brillant, Savarin, no idea. But it's a classic of gastronomy. Maybe it's the physiology of the taste or something. So I read it. I mention it. So next live transmission is going to be about this book and how it has more than 100 years, but it's a classic. So I'm going to talk to you about this and how this is still important. It has a chapter about chocolate too, some pages. It has some pages about chocolate. I strongly believe we can have a better world eating. You can save the world eating. This is why I say I'm an environmental activist and a food activist too. In Spanish, we would say activista alimentaria. So, thank you for joining. Please share this video, subscribe, go to see our pictures and stories, videos in social media with the same name, the Commensal Times. For now, I have an entrepreneurship. I will tell you about the products I'm selling. I'm selling chocolates, ecologic cosmetic too. So I wait for you next week. See you. Thank you for joining. Subscribe, share. You can make your comments and questions here or in social media. This is Elvia, Commensal Sancho Coffees. This is Elvia Jimenez.